Imagine a small, sun-scorched village in Gujarat with no electricity, no bicycles, just about 1,500 people. Among them, a poor farming family, the Viranis, struggling with failed crops and the constant threat of hunger. It's hard to believe that from this very place, a young boy would rise to build a company worth over 6,000 crore rupees. This isn't just a business story. It's a testament to the power of dreams, grit, and never giving up. This is the inspiring story of Balaji Wafers. Our story begins with three brothers, Bikubai Kanubai and Chandubai Virani. After repeated droughts forced their father to sell their farmland, the family was left with just 700 rupees. With nothing but hope in their hearts, they moved to the city of Rajkot, desperate for a new beginning. They tried their hands at everything, selling fertilizers, dairy products, farm equipment, but failure seemed to follow them at every turn. It felt like they were hitting one dead end after another. But as they say, the darkest hour is just before the dawn. Finally, the youngest brother, Chandubai, landed a humble job at the Astron Cinema for a salary of just 90 rupees a month. His duties were simple: cleaning seats, pasting movie posters, and serving snacks during the interval. But Chandubai didn't see it as a small job. He saw it as an opportunity. He worked with such dedication and honesty that he quickly won the trust of the cinema owner. Soon, he was offered the contract to run the entire canteen. This was the turning point they had been praying for. Working in the canteen, the brothers noticed a huge problem. During the chaotic movie intervals, hundreds of people would rush for snacks, but their main supplier of potato chips was consistently unreliable. Orders were often late or incomplete, costing them sales and customers. It was frustrating. But where most people see a problem, visionaries see an opportunity. The brothers had a simple, yet brilliant idea. What if we made our own wafers? With that spark of inspiration, they turned their small home into a makeshift factory. They bought a potato slicer, a large pan, and began frying chips by hand in their own shed. The initial attempts were a disaster. The chips were either too burnt, too oily, or just didn't taste right. Batch after batch failed. But the brothers were not deterred. They experimented tirelessly, tweaking the process, adjusting the spices, and refusing to give up. After weeks of trial and error, they finally perfected the recipe. The chips were crispy, fresh, and delicious. In 1984, inspired by a nearby temple, they gave their creation a name: Balaji Wafers. Now, having a great product is one thing, but selling it is a whole different ballgame. When they first approached local shopkeepers, they were met with laughter and skepticism. Some even returned half-eaten packets, complaining about the unknown brand. It was a humiliating start, but the Virani brothers had faced far worse. They decided to take matters into their own hands. They loaded up their bicycles with packets of wafers and went door to door, offering samples and sharing their story with humility and passion. Slowly but surely, people began to notice the difference. The crunch, the freshness, the unmistakable quality of Balaji Wafers started winning hearts. As word of mouth spread, demand skyrocketed. The brothers reinvested every single rupee they earned back into the business. They scaled up from their tiny shed to building Gujarat's first large-scale, automated wafer manufacturing plant, officially incorporating as Balaji Wafers Private Limited. But their journey was far from smooth. At one point, their imported state-of-the-art machinery broke down. They called in foreign engineers, but even they couldn't fix it. The factory came to a standstill. It was a crisis that could have ruined them. But Chandubai, who had only studied till the 10th grade, refused to be defeated. He spent days and nights poring over the machine's manuals, learning its intricate mechanics piece by piece. Through sheer persistence and a hands-on approach, he figured out the problem and got the machines running again himself. This incident became a legendary part of their story, proving that determination can triumph over any lack of formal education. It was this relentless, never-say-die attitude that transformed their home-based business into a national powerhouse. Today, Balaji Wafers is a titan in the snack industry. It commands over 70% of the market share in its home state of Gujarat and has a massive presence across India, standing tall against global giants like PepsiCo's Lay's. Their success attracted the attention of competitors, and at one point, PepsiCo even made a massive offer to buy them out. It was a tempting proposition that could have made the brothers incredibly wealthy overnight. But when their loyal customers heard the news, they wrote hundreds of letters, begging the Virani brothers not to sell. For the customers, Balaji wasn't just a brand, it was a part of their lives. The brothers listened. They chose loyalty and purpose over a quick payday. For them, Balaji was never just a company. It was their life's work, a legacy built on trust and love. The journey of the Virani brothers offers us some truly priceless lessons. First, no work is small when done with honesty and pride. From cleaning cinema seats to building an empire, they showed that dignity is in the effort, not the designation. Second, every problem hides an opportunity. Their unreliable supplier wasn't a roadblock. It was the very reason Balaji Wafers was born. Third, start before you're ready. They didn't wait for a fancy factory or a huge investment. They started with a single potato slicer in a shed. They created their own perfect moment. Finally, their story teaches us to serve, not just sell. By obsessing over quality and truly caring for their customers, their business grew organically. From a drought-stricken village and empty pockets to a multi-crore empire, the story of Balaji Wafers is so much more than a business success. It's a story about dreams that refuse to die, about the incredible power of resilience, and about the unshakable bond of a family that turned adversity into their greatest strength. So, the next time you open a packet of Balaji Wafers, take a moment to remember what you're really tasting. It's not just a snack. It's the flavor of determination, hard work, and unyielding hope. Thank you so much for watching. If this story inspired you, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more incredible stories. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. See you in the next video.